All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. Brett Thompson with the Thompson Law Group. Do I need a survey? The answer is probably, okay? So we always advise our clients, if you are purchasing a detached single-family home, we always highly recommend that you get a survey, all right? A survey is going to reveal the boundary line of the property. It's also, more importantly, going to reveal any kind of encroachments from your neighbors, decks, pools, fences, sheds. Here's a quick illustration of a horror story, all right, that happened. Developer purchases a piece of property. They subdivide the property into two different lots, okay? This is the boundary line between the two different lots. The developer sells this parcel off to a builder, and the builder builds a nice house, all right? I don't know if it was in the middle of the night on a weekend or whatnot, but when the builder poured the driveway, okay, there was a side entry garage on this house, and the driveway was poured just like this. All right, it was poured to the tree line. So if you're just on the street watching this property, you're assuming that the tree line here is the boundary of the property, when in fact it was back here. Okay, so we always advise our clients to purchase a survey. We advise this particular client to purchase a survey. It's in our engagement letters, it's in our welcome aboard videos. This particular buyer wanted to save the $350, and so he did not get a survey. So he moves in, he closes and moves in. He's parking his big fancy stretch SUV in this side entry garage, all right? All of a sudden, about 2 weeks later, all right, he comes home, and there is an excavator over here, okay, knocking down the trees. Also, there is a highlighted dotted line going down in the middle of his driveway. And so the fella gets out of the car, and he goes over and he talks to the guy on the excavator, and he says, "Hey, what's going on here, and why is there spray paint on my driveway?" The fella in the excavator says, "I have purchased this lot. I am about to build my house on this lot. I have a survey. This is the depiction of the boundary line. Your driveway is encroaching onto my property. And so you have to immediately, at your expense, remove this driveway, remove the encroachment. And if you don't, I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to put a fence up right down the line here." All right? So a survey prior to closing would have revealed this encroachment, and the issue could have been dealt with prior to closing. Now the only recourse the guy has is maybe he could sue his builder. Maybe he has a claim against the city for missing it. He doesn't have a claim against the neighbor here. The neighbor is in the right. So this guy is going to have to spend his good hard-earned money to remove this encroachment. And the alternative, he may be able to negotiate the purchasing of an easement or an encroachment agreement, but still that's going to cost the guy a lot more than the $350 survey. So if you are buying a single-family detached home, we highly recommend that you get a survey. Not so much in regards to what your sellers have done to the property, but I'm concerned about all the neighbors. Where have the neighbors put their fences, their decks, their pools, their sheds, okay? They could be encroaching onto the property that you are going to buy. Another very important thing that most people don't know is title insurance is not going to cover this, okay? Because the guy didn't get a survey. Title insurance is only going to cover matters of survey if you get a survey. So we get a survey, we turn it into the title underwriter, they review the survey, and then they either check off on it or they call out a particular encroachment or some kind of defect that's depicted on the physical boundary line survey. So kids out there in social media land, get a survey, all right? Now, if you're buying just a condo in a big building, looks like an apartment complex, that would be a situation where we really don't need a survey. But if it's a detached single-family home and there's neighbors around, we highly recommend that you get a survey. So I hope this kind of shed a little light onto the fact or to the question of whether we should get a survey or not. Thanks a lot.